everyone. Welcome to the Celo Camp Demo Day for Batch 5. I'm Rachel Jacob from Celo Camp and Upright, and I'm really excited to be here with all of you today, along with my co-host, Alon Chavit from Celo Camp and co-founder at Upright, and our guest here today, Renee Reinsberg, co-founder at C Labs and president at the Celo Foundation, who you will all hear from shortly. So welcome everyone watching from all over the world and across different time zones. A shout out to the Celo community as a whole, to all of Batch 5's participants and partners, alumni, the camp's amazing mentors. Thank you so much for meeting and advising the teams throughout the camp. To the investors who are joining us here today, the Celo Foundation, as well as anyone new to the ecosystem, welcome. Please say hello in the chat, introduce yourselves. I see a lot of talk already happening in the chat. So let's continue with that. And today is a celebration of innovation and of talented builders and founders who've worked especially hard throughout the camp in the past 8 weeks. And we're really looking forward for you to experience their creations with us. You'll hear from 14 camp teams and our wildcard entry from the Startup Pathway program, which is a program for new builders entering the Celo ecosystem. And you'll see and hear from a variety of projects, from early stage to more advanced stages, from refi, the creators economy, DeFi, gaming, payments, and impact. All these projects being built on Celo, and they're really awesome projects that I'm excited for you all to see. This is just a taste, as there are many more incredible founders and projects from Batch 5 who will be highlighted in the coming weeks through our founder story feature. So we encourage you to check it out once it is released. And just a note to stick around for voting at the end of the event. The community vote makes up 25% of the vote in determining who will win Celo Camp. And the polls will be open for 2 hours at the end of the event. And you'll find the polls tab at the bottom of the screen. So I will let you know when voting begins. And so on that note, I would love to pass the floor over to Renee. Welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Rachel. And thank you to both you and Alon for putting together just another really amazing cohort of Celo Camp. This is always one of the highlights for me to come to this event. I was looking back and in my notes, and back in early 2020, when you guys first came to us and said, hey, we should do Celo Camp. At the time we were running the Great Celo Stake Off, and mainnet hadn't launched. And I remember we were looking at each other and saying, hey, would there even be any interest from people building on this platform? But from the first batch on and throughout today, it's just been incredible to see the teams coming through the program and looking at the lineup today. I mean, this is just really an incredible group of founders that I think are all working on interesting, different problems and often really big problems that are having a big societal impact. But they're all united by the same Celo mission, and so it's really exciting to be here. I had a whole speech prepared, and then I this morning I was like, looking at the market, I think maybe just sharing a few thoughts on what it means to build in this current market environment. And I know many of the teams here are raising money right now, or are going to raise money in the coming weeks and months. And I will say that, and some of you know this, for Celo, we got started right around this time in at the beginning of the last bear market. And it can certainly be a shock to see your personal portfolio and just see sort of the crypto prices drop that dramatically. But what I will say is that once you look past that, you find yourself in what is arguably the best environment to build a project, to build a protocol, to build a company, and so in many ways, I think we're lucky to be here today, to be at this inflection point and have this time ahead of us to really build amazing ventures. And some of you, I mean, I've met some of the teams already. You're doing exactly that. You're focusing on solving real world problems. You're trying to find product market fit versus, what in a bull market can be a lot harder because people may use your product just because they think they'll get a token at some point that's going to be worth something. And so I think in many ways, this market comes at a great time for all us builders. And I'm convinced that many of the teams presenting today will be really the big outcomes, the winning protocols of this next cycle. And so I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see the demos. I'm excited to meet more of the founders that I haven't met. And just one thing I'll say, as we were coming together in Barcelona earlier this year at Celo Connect at the community conference, it was really amazing to see pockets of people meeting each other for the first time, saying, "Oh yeah, you were in my Celo Camp batch," and making that real world connection after probably just having talked over Zoom for all this time. And I think the strengths of this community, and particularly of the Celo Camp community, really speaks for itself. It speaks for the quality of the program. It also speaks for the quality of the founders. And so as you look around your fellow founders and presenters, really think of this as a peer group, as a group of folks that are going through the same process around the same time. And I would encourage all of you to lean on each other for support, for maybe even partnerships. I think that's not something that that's something that we have seen as well in the past. And so, yeah, all to say, I couldn't be more excited to be here. Forget about the market. Let's focus on really solving real world problems. And I won't, I won't stand between the demos no longer, but really wish all of you best of luck today. And whoever wins, I think to me, all the presenters are winners. Even though still I'm curious to see who's going to win. But yeah, wish all of you best of luck. And again, big shout out to Rachel and Alon, to all the mentors, to everyone who's been supporting this batch. And yeah, I'm already excited for the next one. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Renee. I think Alon wants to say something, but I think you got muted. There you go.
Thank you so much, Renee, for the inspiring words and for your continuous support and working with the Celo Foundation and you is a great pleasure. And let's keep building and growing this wonderful community together.
Thanks.
Thank you, Renee. And I hope you enjoy the show alongside with us. So we'll see you soon. Thank you so much. Okay, so we are about to begin. I just would like to tell you all how the event will run. Each team to present will have 3 minutes. And following each presentation, feel free to ask questions in the chat. You can also use the Ask a Question tab, and the team will be able to answer you directly. And lastly, again, the voting polls do open at the end of the event, and you'll see it at the bottom of the screen. And yes, everyone is winners. I mean, and it's just been an incredible batch, and all 30 teams in the batch have just been astounding and a real pleasure to be working with, and super talented founders and builders. So on that note, we can get started. So the first team to present, and just bear with us as we get on and off, get the speakers on and off the screen. The first team to present is eSolidar, and we'll be calling up Rodrigo.
And guys, we do have a lot of teams presenting here today, so we will try and keep everything to 3 minutes. And I will write on the chat when it's 20 seconds before the end of the 3 minutes. So hello, Rodrigo. And
hey.
So let's get started. Let's get the ball rolling. excited to have you open our pitches.
Okay, me too. Very excited. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Rodrigo from eSolidar, and I'm really excited to present you our mission to empower philanthropy and ESG practice through blockchain. So philanthropy has several challenges that includes lack of transparency and too many intermediaries. Especially in this time with such economic disruption like COVID and the war in Ukraine, these kind of solutions are even more important. The market itself is massive, where the global ESG investment market is expected to reach $140 trillion in 2025. As a solution, we want to use Web3 to drive transparency, remove fees, intermediaries, and unlock engaging fundraisers through smart contracts. Our first goal is to allow crypto donations directly to verified fundraisers where any nonprofit can choose to receive Celo stablecoins, as I'll demonstrate next on our live demo. So on the left side, you can see our website. On the right side, you can see my iPhone. I'm going to attempt to connect to the wallet using Valor. So I'm allowing the connection now. And there you go. I can already see here my balance. If I wish, I can add additional funds using a ramp, and I can discover the institutions. These are all verified institutions by eSolidar. Here you can filter by SDG. And if I wish to donate to a specific institution, I have here the mission, the amount of money raised, and I can donate a specific amount or predefined amount. This also works with MetaMask. I'm going to allow the transaction. And there you go. I just donated to a fundraiser. Here I can see the confirmation on Celo Explorer. Now, going back to our presentation, our next goal is to engage donors and fundraisers with NFT sweepstakes, where donors don't need a ton of money to win and more people can participate, which means causes can raise more funds. Although we are still designing this feature, we want to show you what we have accomplished so far. Going back to the browser, this is our existing implementation of NFT campaigns. Each campaign is people can participate with sweepstakes. Here are all the details of the NFT and all the donors that have participated on this sweepstake. Here on Celo Explorer, you can also see already a staking action related to NFT campaign. Going back to the presentation, as next steps, we want to help others do good and earn crypto by introducing an exciting ESG token to reward donors, fundraisers, and democratize social impact generation. We want to continue improving transparency by bringing more value to donors and unlock new and amazing Web3 features. eSolidar's current business model is to deliver ESG and CSR management tools to companies and nonprofits with subscription and freemium plans. We have committed with Rock in Rio to be the first music festival to pair NFTs from digital artists and musicians with unique experiences during the festival. And this is just the beginning. Thank you, Celo team, for this epic opportunity. We're also looking for investors and partnerships.
Thank you so much, Rodrigo, for a solid pitch. And I just love those live demos. Really, really awesome job. The ability to connect NFTs to donations is just very novel with what you are doing there. And UX is just beautiful. So thank you so much. And guys, feel free to ask questions on the chat to ask Rodrigo if you have any questions about eSolidar.
Thank you so much, Rodrigo. We'll see you later.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
So next up, we're going to call on Daniel from Plastics. Hello, Daniel.
Hello,
Welcome.
everybody. Hey, hello, Daniel here from Plastics. Let me share the screen. Sharing. All right. You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, hi, I'm Daniel, co-founder and CTO of Plastics. Plastics is an NFT marketplace that brings together artists, organizations, and plastic recovery projects to fight plastic pollution worldwide. We know unrecovered plastic is a big problem. We need a business model and an ecosystem where everybody wins by solving this problem. We know how much plastic is being recovered. We need to know that. Plastic offers a Web3 ecosystem where people come together to fight plastic pollution. Our solution connects recovery projects worldwide with companies and individuals, empowering and sharing impactful stories. Plastic recovery projects all over the world upload a proof of plastic recovery as an NFT, verified by us. They earn money by recovering more, and we encourage transparency. And plastic gets recovered on each transaction in the marketplace. Blockchain, especially Celo, give us tools to reach everybody in the world. Also, it's a technology that helps showing transparency and trust. The NFT market size is growing, and we are bringing new utility NFTs. We have 20% transaction fee. Everybody can buy plastic recovery NFTs directly or through a collection. We plan to bring plastic credits to the whole Celo ecosystem. Every project can use our plastic credits, and all NFTs will be able to attach plastic recovery guarantees, creating sustainable NFTs. We are 19 people from very different countries, with experience creating companies and bringing products to reality. In terms of funding, we are looking for 10 millions to grow and keep being the leaders of the movement. We have raised 2.1 million so far. We are into exchanges, and this month we are going to be in Uniswap. We have the marketplace deployed in Celo, and we have already a collection live. Let's take a look at the platform. So this is the marketplace. We can connect with MetaMask and Valora to the Celo blockchain. We can get the plastic token used to transact in the marketplace with Celo and CUSD. We are all of the time showing Celo as the CO2 neutral, and in our marketplace we can check art, recovery guarantees of plastics users and collections. In that case, we are going to see a recovery guarantee done by this recycler from Ivory Coast. We can check their profile, and we can see how much plastic they have recovered so far in the platform, and we can get it. Once we get this with our wallet, we are purchasing this recovery guarantee. We are making sure and sponsoring that this plastic has really recovered. If we check at the Celo Explorer, we can see the different transactions, how the tokens are getting spread through all the stakeholders. As well, we can check my profile. Every time I do a recovery guarantee, I'm improving my profile, and I can share to everybody so everybody knows how much committed I'm with the environment. We also have collections of sustainable NFTs. In that case, this hotel has created a sustainable room collection where when somebody is buying an NFT, they get 1 night for 2 people, and then plastic gets recovered. So everybody can create collections in our platform, and everybody is welcome to join Plastics and make a better sustainable world. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for this great presentation. And another live demo. I just love live demos. So awesome job. And another NFT use case with impact. So check out the project. And I see, Rodrigo, that you also have a question there in the Ask a Question tab. So continue the conversation over there. Thank you so much, Daniel from Plastics.
Thank you, Plastics. So next up, we're going to call on Flan and calling Gassan onto stage. Hey, Gassan, welcome.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? Okay, let me share my screen. I'm Hassan, co-founder and CEO of Plan. And
Guess, oh,
there we go.
now we can see it. Yeah.
Go
ahead, Gassan.
Can I actually, 1 second, sorry. Let me stop sharing here. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, let me start off by saying this. 1, current ad commerce is dying. And 2, digital professionals are choosing freelancing over full-time work for plenty of reasons. Now let's dive deeper. Current freelance platforms suck for creatives, and here's why. They're costly, they foster cost-driven, quality-devastating environment. They're inefficient, divided, and they don't really care about unbanked talents. Now, how do we solve this? Easy. Let's make it more affordable for freelancers. Let's make sure that clients are getting the highest quality talent. Let's simplify payments. And let's create a platform that is fully loaded with awesome features, owned by the community, and where work ownership is ensured. And guess what? That's what we built. Now, let me take you back to my first statement for a second. Current ad commerce is dying. Meta, Snapchat, Twitter, everyone is hurting. But on the other hand, there's new e-commerce that's emerging. Nike, Disney, Meta, UPS, and everyone in between is taking a trip to the metaverse land. And since in the metaverse, all you need is a designer replacing all these jobs, it is safe to say that we plan to be the factory building that world. We're talking about a market that's forecasted to reach $1 trillion in the next 8 years. And we can already see exponential demand on designers already starting. Now let's talk about the superstars who are gonna bring the new age to light. Did you know that 45% of people living in the Middle East have no access to financial services? And did you know that 9 out of 10 freelance, and 2 to 4 out of these freelancers are designers? We're talking about a population of kick-ass designers who are hungry to share their talent, but can't because they're unbanked. Which is why we're building on Celo. If you still haven't connected the dots, we're a community of builders within a community of builders. We're seeking prosperity for all, and we're opening the doors for the financially challenged to join the blockchain revolution. Now, without further ado, let me bring to you the Plan platform. I'm logged in here. I have a MetaMask wallet connected. This is a client profile. If I want to create a new project, I can just navigate here to tickets, which will open a project ticket. You can select a cover picture, project title, add tags, description, specify a duration, and then you can specify the budget. For the budget, you can choose between traditional or incentivized CUSD. And, whoops. Okay. Once you submit, that's it. The ticket is out there. You can track it on your mothership. The mothership is a high-level view of all projects that you have. Right now, we have this project that we just posted is pending applicants. Once applicants start rolling in, you can view them right here. You can check out their projects. And if you like their projects, you can just hire them directly on the platform. And once you hire them, the project becomes active. And you have a shared collaborative dashboard where you can create tasks. And each task has a title, description. You can add attachments, and also has a due date and a payment attached to it. So it's completely collaborative. So anybody can drag these tasks from the Icebox into in progress, and then drop them into in review. Once they're in review, the client would get notified, and then they can check the attachments. They can check the attachments, and if all is good, they can just drag it to done. Once they drag it to done, they confirm, and they can select their payment method, confirm payment. MetaMask opens up, confirm it. This is going to take a second. The freelancer and client can also chat. They can video chat. They can send each other messages, files. Everything is happening on the platform. Confirm. They can also have a shared calendar here. Now payment is successful. Okay, done. Now, once the project finishes, anybody can end the project and they can rate each other. Then you can see all the transactions happening here across all projects. You can also get a nifty dashboard where you can download receipts for every task. And basically, that's the Plan platform. So far, we crossed the 100 users mark recently. We closed like 4 or 5 partnerships across the Middle East. And we are currently fundraising. We're raising $1.5 million. So let me know if you have any questions, and thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Ghassan. And wow, Flan, what an innovative solution. And really, I think on Web3, we need to offer much more advanced products to our end users and really unlock new features. And I think that's exactly what Flan is doing. But Trello meets Fiverr and a lot of capabilities there on Web3. Taking advantage of the low gas fees and the ability to do micro payments on individual tasks. So beautiful, beautiful pitch and project. Thank you so much, Ghassan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ghassan from Flan. See you later. So next up, we're going to call on Flow Carbon and calling Avi to the screen.
You guys see me?
Yes, perfect. Welcome.
Perfect. I want to share my screen. Okay. Everybody see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. So my name is Avi Slavin. I'm with Flow Carbon. I am the head of global business development and partnerships. And I want to thank everybody for their time today. Flow Carbon operates at the intersection of carbon and crypto.
Avi,
yes.
Sorry to interrupt. We can see also your next slide. So maybe if you can change the view so we can see it a little bigger.
Sorry.
Oh, now it's much better. Thank you.
Got it. All right. So let me start again. So Flow Carbon operates at the intersection of carbon and crypto, and we leverage Web3 to protect the Earth's natural carbon sinks. Really excited to be presenting today. As everybody here knows, there has been a huge amount of demand from corporates over the last 12 to 18 months when it comes to carbon offsets. Big corporations are making pledges to become net zero carbon neutral by 2030, 2040. One of the biggest ways that they can do this is within the carbon offset market by purchasing them to offset their pollutions. The problem is that right now the market is severely broken. Between buyers and the projects, there is a huge web of middlemen and intermediaries that drive up costs for buyers, that eat away at the project level value. Essentially, there is not a lot of transparency, and there's certainly not a lot of accessibility. And that's where Flow Carbon comes in. We're extremely excited to launch our token, the GNT token, backed by carbon offsets that will launch on Celo in July. And essentially, our tokenomics are very simple. We have a bankruptcy remote SPV, which houses and custodies the carbon credits. From there, we mint the GNT token on chain. Each GNT token is equivalent to one carbon offset. This is a live and an unretired offset, overall tied to the price of a metric ton of carbon. And we are super excited to integrate GNT into the Celo ecosystem, directly into Celo apps like Valora, where people can use GNT to offset immediately, whether it's 30 cents or $30,000. We have a really cool structure. Allow me to show a really quick demo. This is a demo of actually retiring the credit. So you can hold GNT like any other digital currency, but you can also retire the credit, which triggers the burn, taking out the credit from existence, and it goes from an asset to a claim where the corporate or the individual can now say that they have done their offset. The processing takes a very short amount of time. And as you can see, the user interface is extremely easy to navigate. We had some amazing announcements coming up from a $4 million purchase of Fifth Wall of our token specifically to offset the LPs in their portfolio. We had a major announcement in the beginning of May with Celo. Not only is Celo going to be purchasing a large amount of our tokens, but we have a huge integration with them. Flow Carbon integrated with AIDA. The big news came at the end of May with a large $70 million raise, Series A, led by A16Z, General Catalyst, Samsung. And then last week, we announced a massive partnership with Moolah, which allowed GNT holders access to yield and credit opportunities. Thank you very much for listening. It is a pleasure to be part of the Celo camp, a pleasure to be part of the Celo ecosystem, and I look forward to working with all of you.
Thank you so much, Avi, for a super solid pitch and a great project and creative incentives on-chain for retiring carbon credits, and really an awesome user experience there. And I love the tap to Mula, which is also a graduate of Celo Camp. So thank you so much for this beautiful presentation. Thank you, Avi.
Thank you for having me, Alon and Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you, Flow Carbon. So next up, we're going to call on Autologic, and we'll have Jarek present.
Hello.
Hey, welcome.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Hi, my name is Jarek, and I'm a co-founder of Autologic, a company that simplifies online identity verification with reusable KYC. We are a young startup, but we already have big logo clients like Santander. And the reason why we built Autologic is that nobody likes KYC. It's hard to integrate with a KYC provider. It's hard to use by the customers, and it costs a lot. We want to fix that. So we make KYC simple and accessible by aggregating and orchestrating local KYC methods across all the types like biometrics and selfie, government-issued digital IDs, and bank IDs. With our solution, the verification is 10 times faster and up to 10 times cheaper for reusable KYC. So here how it works with bank ID. So you start verification as you normally would. You connect your wallet and confirm that you are the owner of the wallet. Then you select the country that you are from, and then you select your favorite method. In this case, I'm using a bank to verify my identity. So I'm jumping to the Revolut bank, and using Open Banking API, I'm going to be asking Revolut to send my credentials. And that's what you saw, that I agreed to that. And now we fetch the data from Revolut, we normalize it, and we send it to the service provider. So what I did is actually I went through KYC and attached my information to my wallet address. So we operate in 200 countries and territories. We support 13 different languages and over 3,000 verification methods. We are using this information connected to wallet to reuse your KYC so you can speed up the process even more. So here's how it works. You start the verification, connect the wallet, and as you can see, I'm in the different vendor right now. I'm going to MetaMask, connect the wallet, and as you can see, system detected that I already been through KYC, so it asks me if I want to reuse this information. If I say yes, then the system just simply sends the information back, and I don't have to do the costly KYC process once again. So the integration with Autologic is super simple. You basically need to tell us what kind of data do you need with one simple API call, and we send the user to the URL. It goes through the verification, and we send you the requested data back. That's all. So our roadmap is super ambitious. We want to make data storage decentralization as a next step. We want to allow people to actually consent to each data they are sending, and we want to provide data aggregates as well. So instead of sending your date of birth, we'll be sending information that you are over 18 or over 21. And we want to make the charging model compatible with dApps. So smart contract friendly charging model is something that we'll be building as well. Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity to work with Celo company. It was great. Thank you to my mentor. Yeah, thank you. And looking forward to the questions in the chat. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Jarek, for a super solid pitch and a very mission-aligned project. Celo recently launched the Connect the World initiative, which allocated $20 million to solutions that will make it easier to on and off ramp into the Web3 and crypto space. So I think your solution can really introduce novel ways of making KYC easier. So thank you so much for this presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jarek. So next up, we'll be calling on Climate Guardians. Stefan will be presenting. Hi, Stefan. Welcome.
Hello, guys. So let me share my screen. Here we go. You can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, welcome to Climate Guardians, the first play-to-preserve mobile strategy game where players team up to fight against deforestation. NFTs, crypto, and gaming not only have an image problem. Did you know that PlayStation alone has the energy consumption of Hungary in a lifetime? And we all know about Bitcoin and its massive energy consumption. So we create solutions. And we are unifying gaming, climate, and crypto. We take out the best of Axie Infinity, Clash of Clans, and Clash Royale and combine it with a rainforest DAO treasury so that players who play the game have a real-world impact on climate change. Let me go into the live demo. We select the player. First things first, we buy an NFT pack. So that takes a little bit. We build up on the chain-safe tech stack. We confirm the transaction. All right. So let's get to build our base in the rainforests. Here we go. We have here our barracks where we can train our troops. And we have here some melee units we can train, some range, and some artilleries. Let's go to fight. And this is a very basic first prototype. So we built it in the last 3 weeks in Celo Camp, but you can see that we built in 3D. And yeah, there is more to come in the next weeks. Okay, let's go back to the presentation and to the markets. We target the North American and European market and the smartphone and tablet market. Given that 25% of millennials and Generation Z are willing to donate for climate change, we end up with a total addressable market of $13 billion. And we validated that already in the last 3 weeks. We managed in the first 24 hours to get 150 whitelist spots filled. We grew our Discord to over 1,000 members. We have 300 email signups, and we launched more than 10 partnerships within 3 weeks. In the meantime, we filled 300 whitelist spots in 3 weeks, and all by that organically. So really thank you to the community, and also Renee, you also engaged with us. Team is key for creating a great product. My name is Stefan. I have 10 years experience in the startup and energy economics scene. I have a PhD in climate economics. Jeff, our game design professor, has 20 years of experience in game design. And Ali, my third co-founder, has 10 years experience in finance and 3 years in blockchain development. Furthermore, our business development and marketing team has already worked on 3 crypto gaming projects. So thank you very much. We are looking for pre-seed investors and support from the Celo ecosystem. Glad to be on here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Stefan, for the great presentation and another live demo. And I played your mini game, and I can definitely say that I'm excited about Climate Guardians because you're building a game that is, first of all, suitable for any age, have a very good cause, and have educational value, and above all, is very, very fun to play. So I was hooked for the mini game, and I'm definitely gonna check out the final product. So thank you so much for this beautiful presentation.
Thank you.
Rachel, you're muted.
Oh, I was saying thank you to Climate Guardians. So next up, we have Binkabi and calling Renee up.
Hi, Rachel and Alon.
Hello, welcome.
Let me try to share my screen. Can I start?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I'm Renee, co-founder of Untangled Protocol. It is a funding and liquidity protocol bridging real-world assets to DeFi. If you're a solar energy project in Nairobi, there are no easy ways for you to raise money from the global capital markets. And on the other hand, an investor sitting in New York, again, it's not easy to participate in high-growth credit markets from those emerging countries. DeFi also needs real-world assets to hedge against the crypto winters like what we are having right now. Untangle make it all possible by tokenizing each individual real-world assets into an NFT. A pool holding these assets will then issue fungible tokens to DeFi investors. And we call these tokens node tokens. They are composable with the rest of the DeFi protocols systems. We have 2 dApps. Binkabi focuses on the origination of assets, and Untangled focusing on distributing these assets to global investors. In terms of go-to-market strategy, we're working with stable token protocols like Celo to make green and other impact assets collaterals for C-stables. Therefore, we can say that we bring stability to stable tokens. Now, we're working with 15 originators with an asset pipeline of over $200 million. There's some immediate opportunities available. For example, solar home system leasing in DRC or Togo, and a trade finance fund lending to traders in Southeast Asia. Now I'm just quickly switching to the platform. So these are all the investment opportunities that's available on the platform. If you're interested, you can click into one of them. What you'll be seeing is a project information memorandum, and also the assets that is backing up to the nodes of this pool. So in this case, we've got 24 assets. And you can even click into these individual assets to see how they were tokenized and the record on the Celo blockchain. Now with the Celo blockchain, and all our smart contract has been reviewed by the auditors, and we have addressed all the issues. Therefore, we're ready to launch to the mainnet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Renee. And don't worry, the demos are always more complicated and more challenging, but I think we saw most of it. And
sure.
It was beautiful and a very, very solid pitch and demonstration, and a very important project. And I see that you are also very active in the Celo forum. In the Celo forum, there are really, really fascinating conversations. So recommend to everyone to join the forum and check out the conversations around natural backed currencies. So thank you so much for this presentation.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Untangled Protocol. So next up, we're going to call on EcoBytes. And Jim will be presenting. Hi, Jim. Welcome.
Hello. So exciting. Okay, can you see my screen or?
Yes.
Wait, now I have to click to close this message. Okay. Am I ready?
You're ready to go.
Oh, I thought it was just me and you. Because you just appeared. Okay, hi. Let me get started here. Hi, we're Shoelace Wireless and experts in mobile networking with extensive experience working, providing solutions to mobile operators around the world. After years of hearing their challenges, we developed Ecobytes as a regenerative crypto platform that rewards customers for their efficient data usage, which saves operators billions. Ecobytes requires no initial operator integration and can be used on both smartphones and 5G converged gateways. Mobile 5G has been a bust for most operators, yet they still have to spend billions a year to keep up with demand. The metaverse will make this problem even more challenging. Paradoxically, customers are increasingly buying larger data plans for which the vast majority only use a fraction. So collectively, they are wasting billions of dollars per year. It's funny. People will drive across town to save a few cents per gallon of gas, yet can be losing hundreds of dollars a year on wasted data. Net, mobile operator business models are in a fragile state. Their faces turn white when I joke that one tweet from a key influencer can crash their networks, since the only thing they can do is spend billions more on their network or throttle traffic, which will send their customers running. Our approach is to motivate and reward customers for increasing their mobile network efficiency by using behavioral gamification techniques. To enlist, you simply download the mobile Ecobytes app and start passively earning points with no complicated KYC. You redeem points for crypto tokens based on an operator success share agreement. You can direct sponsored donations to your favorite causes. Also, existing Wi-Fi versus building and powering more cell towers provides a green impact. You can shop for goods and services in a customized Ecobytes marketplace. Okay, now we'll do a demo. I'll try to do a combo. I'll prove it. Well, we can all do a live demo. You can go on to the Play Store in Android, click Ecobytes, and now I'll switch to the PC. What you're seeing is my screen grab just a few minutes ago of my usage. You can see I've used a total of around 6 gig and less than 5% has been cellular, and you have stats of some other interesting, and then you can see how many efficiency points I've gained in terms of how much I've saved on my plan. So now I'll do a demo. All right, so what we're now is connecting to the Valora wallet and allowing approval, say yes, Ecobytes can connect. Now we're going to redeem some gold points for some CUSD. AT&T approves my requests. I can donate some of my Ecobytes to my favorite causes, in this case, environment. AT&T gets I direct their donation on my behalf. And I can go to Cool Game of Climate Guardians to use some of my Ecobytes, or buy a VPN, or a host of other activities. Our survey validated that people overwhelmingly want rewards for their unused data. 69 felt they were not getting value after looking at their usage, some of them very angry, and 59% signed up to be beta testers. Our go-to-market is a 3-step ESG-focused plan, and we're targeting Gen Z and millennials that increasingly care about supporting businesses that share their values. We have a strong team with extensive relationships and expertise in mobile. Working together, Ecobytes can be the fastest and most cost-effective path to onboarding Celo wallets to billions of smartphones with millions of dollars flowing monthly. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you so much, Jim, for another great presentation and very novel solution, the connection between telecom and Web3, and incentivizing and rewarding users for responsible behavior that can be beneficial for them and for energy consumption. So another great project, and thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ecobytes. So next up we have
Rachel, you're
Forward.
muted.
I don't.
Oh, now I can see
you.
hear you.
Okay. So thank you so much, Gigabytes. And the next one up is Forward. And we'll be calling up Camille.
Hello? Can you see me?
Hey, yes, so welcome.
Cool. Let me share my screen real quick. Can you see the deck?
It's still loading.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Should be up. All right, cool. Let me just start my timer real quick. All right, cool. Hi, I'm Camille, and I'm the co-founder of Forward. Forward uses blockchain technology to manage currency risk. So Damba is one of our end users. Damba is a Ugandan gig worker who needs a motorcycle to do his job, but he doesn't have the capital to purchase one outright. So Damba takes a microloan in Ugandan shillings from his local bank. But many other Ugandans request similar loans, and these local banks don't have enough liquidity to finance all of them. So the local banks take loans in US dollars from foreign lenders. But this exposes them to fluctuations between the dollar and the shilling. Forward is the solution to managing currency risk for small to medium-sized enterprises. Now we have a quick demo. It's loading. Cool. Yeah, so the user is just going to put their payment currency as USD. They want to hedge against the real, Brazilian real, and they're going to be hedging the dollar. And then they want it to expire on the 7th of July, and they're just going to sign the transaction with MetaMask. Skipping over that just for the sake of time. Cool. And yeah, so Forward uses blockchain technology to offer better pricing and more customizability without all the negotiations and paperwork of a traditional bank. And for our business model, we take 0.25% on every contract sold, and we've estimated a conservative TAM of $1.5 billion using data from just 3 of the top emerging markets: Brazil, India, and Sub-Saharan Africa. Traditional hedge providers like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are too expensive or only willing to work with clients that have at least 9 figures in notional amount to hedge. And currently, there are no crypto alternatives other than Forward. So Shiv and I are both technical founders. I previously worked at Amazon and NVIDIA on the AI, SDK, and features team, and Shiv was on the core AI team working on the guide at Peloton. We previously did AI research together, and we also co-founded a management consulting group at our college. The consulting group grew to 15 team members, and we landed a few multi-million-dollar revenue clients. So moving forward, we plan to deploy our beta MVP, audit our dApps security, and launch publicly on the Celo mainnet. Happy to take any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Camille. Super solid and a DeFi primitive and a super interesting project that really will allow edging for stables, and super excited for this project and to see what the future holds. So thank you so much.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Forward. So next up, we have Cluist and calling Alberto onto screen.
Hi there.
Hi, Alberto. Welcome.
Hello. Thank you.
You can share your screen now.
Let's try. Okay. And give me And it's you can see the screen.
Yes.
Yes,
we see it.
perfectly.
Or the presenter notes. Just
No.
the slide.
You're good.
Perfect.
So if you go into full screen, and then you can begin.
Okay, so I close the screen sharing for now.
Now I see your notes. It was good before.
Okay, so okay, but I think it's going to work. I hope so. So
first, share your screen.
I share my screen again. Okay.
Yes. And go into full present mode. And you can begin.
Okay. There, very glad to be here and to be part of the Celo camp. And well, let me share the screen. Well, metaverses are a reality with products such as Roblox, the Sandbox, or Minecraft with millions of daily active users. These metaverses are part of the video game industry that is the leader regarding entertainment, with a very positive growth forecast, especially for mobile games and AR and VR content. However, the metaverse has two problems. If the metaverse is supposed to be the new internet, it doesn't make any sense that we have to isolate ourselves every time we want to use it. And the second problem is that creating content on today's metaverses is really complicated. We need to learn to code, to have artistic skills, and once the content is created, you have to find your audience and monetize your content. For these reasons, we've created Quest, the real-world metaverse where questers can create, share, monetize, and live their own augmented reality metaverses anywhere, anytime. Imagine a super Pokemon Go where everything you see is created by users. A metaverse that, instead of isolating users in a virtual world, brings the digital content to the real world thanks to cutting-edge augmented reality technology. Stop Imagine Quest is here, a platform where people can create and monetize their own gamified experiences in the real world, such as marketplaces, art galleries, tourist guides, or scamming their hands thanks to our visual editors, Celo blockchain platform, and the play and create to earn model. We are developing a very engaging and high quality game. That's because we say that the game is first, instead of the token first approach that we see in the vast majority of crypto games in the market. Quest business model is a hybrid one, combining B2B and B2C. An important part of our income will come from the NFTs created by our team, but also from those created by our users, together with Klands, a very valuable resource for content creators to give visibility to their content. Although there are some serious competitors out there, Quest is in a blue ocean. You can create and monetize higher quality content much more easily than on any other platform. Quest Open Beta is available since March 2021 for Android and iOS devices, and in the last few months, the amount of active users has multiplied sixfold, 100% in an organic way. There you can find a QR code to download and try Quest. And we have taken our first steps in the blockchain integration with Celo platform, highlighting the Quest token integration, MetaMask, and Valora wallets compatibility, as well as NFT clothes. And how do we plan to turn Quest into the real-world metaverse? With an amazing team made up of the best engineers, developers, researchers, and artists, which have proved to be able to reach any goal we propose. With Quest, we are changing the world. Come join us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alberto, with this mind-blowing pitch. And I can say that I downloaded the game 2 days ago, and you made me go out of my house and chasing creatures over there. So super fun game, available on both Android and iOS, right? So really awesome job. And I know how hard it is to build a game at this quality. So really looking forward to see you thrive in the Celo ecosystem. Thank you so much, Alberto.
Thank you so much, Cluist. And next up, we have Gane, and I'm calling Henry onto the stage.
Hey guys!
Welcome.
All right, let me share my screen, guys. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Now that you are here, even better.
All right, so let's move on. Let's see. So Gane is the free cell phone service. We our users interact with our content, which is classifieds and advertising, to earn token, and they can exchange this token for free cell phone service. And the best part is that it comes with a wallet, usually the first wallet for our users. And this brings all these wonderful solutions that we are seeing, plus more, directly to billions of users. We're empowered by Celo to bring prosperity to the world. We are the perfect solutions for prepaid mobile service. But let's talk about the team. We brought internet to the country of Colombia. We sold it 10 years later with over 1,000 employees to Bell South. We know what we're doing. We know the market, and we know how to work together. And this market is what we all are trying to fix. All these users are the ones that are not educated. They're not financially included. They use cash. People still are reached by radio and TV and broadcast. So they all use cell phone service. This is a massive market. 80% in developing countries, 30% in developed countries, just 90 million users in Mexico. We're going to launch really soon. Second country is US with 80 million users. So it's really easy. They install their SIM card, they start earning the tokens, and now they can connect, which is ridiculously amazing. 2 minutes a day can earn a gig a month. So now the user with Gane is educated, it's financially included, and it's connected to the world. This is wonderful. You couldn't do Gane before. They didn't have smartphones back then. Well, just a couple of years ago, our prepaid users didn't have smartphones, and it was not profitable. Now our costs came down. Fintech solutions, like all the ones that we're seeing, how are they going to reach our users? Really easy, through Gane. We are very solid. We have 3 revenue streams: one from the advertising, the sponsored content, the education; one from the wallet, the remittances, all these low interest loans; and from premium, we have over 200,000 doors in Mexico to receive money. We launched the 29th of June. It's my birthday. Send me a prayer, please. This is how we're going to do it. We have a very set plan to launch. We are in our first seed round. We're raising $3 million. We expect to be subscribed by the end of this month. And we have a very set plan. And so before we say thank you, let me see if I can share my screen. Are you seeing my screen? Yes. So this is the Gane apps. It's one of our apps, where advertisers and sponsors come in. They decide what they're going to do with their campaign. Is it for brand recognition? I'm not going to go through the whole thing about creating the campaign, but what? I'm going to stop sharing, because what I want to do now is show my phone. And see, how do I stop sharing? Can you make me stop sharing, someone? Okay, there you go. So now I'm going to turn on my phone, and here is the Gane app, which is already live. We open the app. It's pretty cool. All these are sponsored content. Let's say this one, which is going to improve the lives of our users. They can become our SIM card distributors. They can sell ads. They can be on-off ramps. Uber ATMs are what we can have. So users see that, they win, it goes to their wallet, and now they can swap this for free cell phone service. This is a game changer, guys. We're going to bring billions of users to the blockchain, which is what we all want. Go Gane. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Harry, for this very lively presentation, as always. And everyone send a happy birthday to Henry in the end of the month.
Or a prayer.
And I really believe that the road to inclusion goes through access to the internet, and today to mobile data. And I think that's exactly what Ghana is aiming to do. So another very exciting project, and thank you so much for this presentation, Henry. Thank you.
Can you hear me okay? Hello, hello.
Yes.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome from Prague. My name is Roman Kessler. Today hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. It's a little choppy, your video.
If I can only find where. Okay, good. And now I would like to share my screen. There we are. Okay, very good. So can you all see the website?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So as I said, my name is Roman Kessler. We are Make Europe, a small team out of Frankfurt. We have access to quite a lot of events in our region. We've built a community of 50,000 early adopters in Frankfurt, and we found that ticketing was always one of the greatest obstacles to building a community. And since we joined the Celo community, we thought, people building communities should be able to create events and sell tickets native to the Celo network. And so this is our event page for the moment. It's running on testnet. You can also add and edit also your own profile. And let's see if it works. I'm trying to get one of the tickets for the founders token party, basically. And I just confirm here. I have had already a couple of tickets. I should have more visible in MetaMask as we speak. There we are. And you can later check if you edit the token contract address, you should be able to get your token native on the testnet for now. So obviously we're trying to solve a bigger problem with this, and there is a whole industry that keeps cheating on fans. And this industry is called the ticketing industry, the likes of Ticketmaster over in the US or Eventim in Europe. And what they do is they use ticketing basically as a public benchmark and pretend that they have low ticket prices, but most of the tickets really never reach the public. So what can we do to drain out this red ocean? Well, we just say no more fees. And maybe we won't have the biggest arenas, but regular people, even those using the basic universal income, would be able to use this solution instantly. We came to the Celo camp to build a DAO. We did it. On the ticket, piggybacking basically is a Hearts token. and we are scanning the ticket and at the door, so nobody has to change their ways. If you go to an event, you always go to an online platform like ours, and you always have a ticket in your hand as you approach the door. All you do is just scan the ticket, and the artist who's hosting the event gets a free heart to govern the access DAO. So what is the access DAO going to live off? I hope that you see that here is also someone paying for all of this. So this access DAO is free for fans. It's free also for artists, and it will automatically bring down prices. We could save in the US alone 3 billion in excess fees every year. And just to show you our team, again, we have someone for the back end, we have someone for the front end. I am the founder, and we have built a lot of pilots of ticket systems, which are now coming together. And yeah, thank you very much for your attention. And I hope you can buy one of our tickets for the airdrop and will join us at a later moment when we really open the first Celo DAO for this now free Celo ticket system for you guys.
Thank you so much, Roman. And the Web3 space really love events, and what a great way to use our crypto, bringing more transparency to the event space. So I would love to use your product for next year's Kuneko event. So thank you so much for the beautiful presentation, Roman. Thank you.
Thank you, Axis. And next up, we'll be calling on NeftMe. Calling Joe onto the screen. Hi, welcome.
How are you, Rachel?
Doing well.
We are ready.
We are ready?
Yes.
So basically, NeftMe is a social NFTs platform with a monetization system that started basically with a problem statement on how can we all monetize our content. Traditional social networks, as we all know, are centralized and controlled by an entity who paid by advertisers for our attention. We are living in an era where users fight for followers and likes as ego reinforcement. That's why we created NeftMe, where users can monetize, creating content with ownership in NFT format, of course, whether it be a photo, video, or a sound. This NFT social network allows its users to buy, sell, and invest in each other's content and earn tokens that can be swapped for money later. Our onboarding is very simple and intuitive. You can log in with your Valora wallet and proceed to the next feature so you can start your first profile on NeftMe. Here you can see the creator, the main feed, and the user profiles. We have a very good monetization system that allows users to receive tokens for using NeftMe. Creator basically loads an NFT, set the rewards percentage to the community, and publish it. Then users can invest in NFTs they believe have the most potential, and creators can start monetize on a regular basis, as well as their investors. More NFTs allocated, more rewards creators and investors will earn. Then we have the second monetization model, the selling one. Users can make an offer to buy any NFT, where creator can accept or decline that offer, and once the NFT is sold, the creator and the investors will receive the percentage defined at the time of the publication. Investors who had allocated NFTs in the creator's NFT will remain investors and continue to monetize on a regular basis. We created a video to explain NeftMe for our community.
Where its users can monetize by creating content in NFT format, whether in photo, video, sound, and more. NeftMe allows its users to buy, sell, and invest in each other's NFTs, making them earn Neft tokens that can be swapped for money. How can you start using NeftMe? It's easy. Just download NeftMe app and create your profile. Your profile picture can be your first NFT. You can also import your avatar. Before publishing your NFT, define the percentage you want to reward your community with. And remember, if you give more percentage, you'll probably get more investors. How it works? Navigate through NeftMe World. Follow the creators you like the most and find your favorite NFTs. Who knows if there's any worth investing in? Buy some Neft tokens with your credit card to invest on the NFTs you care about or believe have the most potential in order to earn rewards from them. As an investor or creator, you can claim Neft tokens on a regular basis. Also, when an NFT is sold, its investors will monetize with the sale and continue being investors in perpetuity. In the end, you can swap your Neft tokens for money directly to your bank account. Download the app to get started today.
So guys, it's an honor to be here in Celo Camp Day, Beach Day. Me and Walter.
Many thanks for your time, guys.
It's an honor.
Will be an honor for us to have you as a user in the future of NeftMe. Thank you,
guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joe, for this beautiful presentation and the team at NeftMe. And you guys are building an easy way for people to use NFTs and a beautiful wallet and a social network for NFT users. So another great presentation, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Many
Thank you, Alan,
thanks,
and thank you,
guys.
Rachel.
Thank you again.
Thank you. So we have 2 more to go, and we'll also have Untangled Protocol come back on screen as well to complete the demo. But before we do that, we'd like to announce the winner of the Startup Pathway Program, Kula, who won the wildcard entry to present at the Celo Camp Demo Day. And it is my pleasure to introduce you to Peter, who is, I'm calling onto screen right now. And he stayed up very late to present. He's dialing in from Australia. So thank you, Peter, for joining us.
You can see me, no trouble?
Perfect.
Okay, just going to click share screen. Okay, all good at seeing that?
Good to go.
Okay, so hi, I'm Peter Tibbett, and we're here for the forgotten creators of our world and who impact us the most, and empowering them to follow their passion and be truly rewarded. I've been creating startups for a long time with multiple awards across many industries and have launched around the world. Phil Goodwin, my co-founder, is known in a number of yoga studios with a background in finance. We built an online platforms to support the studio business, which we took global. Both businesses have formed the basis of this work that we're doing now with real customers and data. We reached our first goal of passion for the teachers, but not the second goal of rewarding the teachers. The barriers to meet this goal are students paying the company who pays the teacher. Banks taking a cut of everything, as we know, and causing unnecessary extra work that we all forget about. And we're being forced to use a subscription model that penalises the light users. We saw moving to Web3 could change the game. We now see students paying the teacher directly in real time. The banking system isn't holding them back anymore. And now everyone is paying the right price from either from 1 cent to watch a class to $100 doing a workshop. But to do this move, we need to do some foundational work. The first part is knowing what people are doing. And for this, we created NFT Prove It, which we did as part of this program, and thank you. So I've got Discord here where I've clicked on verify. It'll pop up and show a QR code. And then on the right-hand side is my app, which we built. I can now scan that QR code. It will then look and see if I've got an NFT, that's right, which I can then approve. It can then send a message back to Discord to allow me to be accessing the Discord channel environment. The next part of what we do is physical access of classes in the studio. So a student can turn up, show a QR code of the NFT, and the teacher can just scan this, even with their camera on their phone, and see if the student's got the right of access and verify them. As I have not verified myself, the screen is still orange. So what we do with verification, instead of linking to MetaMask and that, we just ask you to send an amount as a PIN code to the app to activate, so we can work with any app. Now, with the proof of activity, we can trigger the payment rail, which is the next stage, and we pull this from the student's wallet through our Vault product and pay the other parties automatically. This de-risks the whole process for all. And for a small business, this can de-risk the whole issue of gig employee relationship and creates a much more efficient system. We've done the proof of concept and now moving to run this on live data with our current business. We're signing up partners already to come on with this proving process, with one already doing $200,000 per annum they'll do on our platform. Once we've completed our detailed learning, we'll expand to the market already know of MindBody, which has 80,000 businesses on their platform, and we've already linked to them before. We're now in a position to help to empower the people who give us the power to do what we do. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Peter. And I think Kula is in a very unique place to experiment with advanced payments and the use of NFTs to empower online communities and the gig economy. So an absolutely exciting project. And I love your approach of building something that just enhance the experience of users. Users don't necessarily have to know it's Web3 at the back end. So a very solid pitch. Thank you so much.
And thank you very much for putting me through this program.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter from Kula. Alon, do you want to? You're muted. You're muted.
Yes. So Tanguy couldn't make it for the pitch. He got stuck on a flight coming back from Consensus, but he did record a pitch for us of Maya Financial. So we will share the recording. So give me just 1 second.
Hi everyone, this is Tanguy from Maya Financial. I'm stuck on a flight going home from Austin, Texas, where we just finished the Consensus 2022 conference. I wanted to share what my team and I have built during our time with Celo Camp. We have built America's first decentralized finance bank. And that means we're able to offer FDIC insured accounts, as well as to provide access to our customers to the entire world of decentralized innovation in a manner that is compliant with US security laws. And the reason we've been able to do this is because instead of registering and trying to issue a new security or to be a broker-dealer, we have focused on being a registered investment advisor with the SEC. In putting the product to market, we focused on 4 consumer needs. The need for security and flexibility that you see from traditional finance, married with the need to have access and growth from decentralized finance. Or target users are the regular brothers and sisters that all of us have, that have no interest and no technical expertise to own a ledger account, or security, or seed phrase. And as a result, we have built a product to mimic what is the experience from a regular banking partner to them. We have registered and received successful registration from the SEC. And our accounts are FDIC insured. We have been approved to launch on iOS as well as Android. And in the last 2 weeks, we engaged in a short alpha program where we've onboarded almost $3 million of assets under management. So I hope that in 10 years from now, when you look at the top 10 banks in the US, Maya will be one of them. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you very much. Bye.
All right, so that was the recording from Maya Financial and Tanguy. A little background noise, but I think the message was passed across very clearly, and an awesome project that also is doing a lot of regulatory work for the entire space. So beautiful presentation there. And coming to the last presentation, so we decided to give Binkabi a chance to present their demo. We just can't stop live demos, so feel free.
Welcome back.
What's up? Manri, you have the stage to complete your presentation. Let's say 1 minute. 1-2 minutes to do so.
All right, thank you. Sorry, I made a typo. We got a major system update, and I had to register a new account today. That's why. But anyway, so to invest, here's all the platform investment opportunities. You can click into any one that you like. Here's a project information memorandum, and you have a dashboard that sets out all the terms, durations, rates of this pool of the notes. And if you want to bid, click bid, and you go to here. You can only bid for senior tranche because we asked our originator to take the junior tranche. Start bidding. You obviously have to connect the wallet first. We have connected, so I want to bid one note. So using one CUSD place bid. You can see that we have automated the legal contracting process to make it really cheap and easy for our originator and for the investors. You have to approve the trade, and also later on you need to transfer the tokens. But assuming that you are an investor, then what you are able to do, you can track the underlying asset performance of this that backed up these notes on a live basis by just doing the clicking this chart. Also, that these assets, like in this pool, there are 24 assets that was tokenized. You can actually click into each of these NFTs loans in terms of the obligor and what is the outstanding, has it been paying on time, and view it on the Celo blockchain. So let's see if the investment is done. Looks like it's done. So I used to have 18 CUSD invested. Now I just made another transaction, become 19 USD. CUSD, and in my wallet you can see that 37 seconds ago that I made the transfer. Thank you very much. Happy to answer any questions, and thank you for giving me another chance. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Thank you so much for the presentation and completing the demo. Beautiful work, and thank you so much. So that was
thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye bye. So that was our last presentation. Thank you so much for everyone that joined the live session, and for our mentors and the entire community, the Celo Foundation, and of course the Celo Camp teams that work with us in the last 8 weeks, and the remarkable job that you all done. Thank you so much. Rachel, any last words?
Yes. Well, this was amazing. Thank you so much for everyone for joining us today, the presenters. Really incredible and inspiring. I have a few announcements. So Celo Camp Batch 6 is coming this fall. So if you have a great project idea, that you like to build on Celo or already building on Celo, we encourage you to apply today. You can find the application link in the tab below. It'll say Celo Camp Batch 6 application. Also, stay tuned for our Founder Stories feature on Celo Camp teams, where you'll get an inside look into their projects and roots. So that will be on our website in the coming month. And lastly, voting is now open. So feel free to vote. You'll find it in the polls tab at the bottom of the screen. And on that note, good luck, everyone, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.